Today, I would like to discuss an issue: how to avoid telecommunication scams targeting UTS international students. With the development of technology, a wide variety of telecom frauds are emerging, and it is difficult for even highly educated people to avoid becoming victims. We can see in the graph that from 2019 to 2022, the cases of telecommunication fraud in Australia have been gradually increasing, and the amount is alarming. It will not only bring the consequences of financial loss to international students, but also affect their study, life, and mental health. Therefore, we have clarified the scope of 3 more detailed problems that are worth addressing. The first one is lack of education on cyber safety. The second one is the psychological factors of international students in telecom fraud cases. Finally, the language and culture barriers.
That's why we designed this anti-fraud app for UTS international students called Fraud Free Shield. The app is separated into 2 versions, beginner and intermediate, with certain particle variations in the settings. But what is the same is that when the user receives an unknown call or text message, the app provides alerts and reminders to help users identify potentially fraudulent calls and email messages. This app contains 3 pages: safety, community, and the personal central. Firstly, the software starts with an anti-fraud quiz to help overseas students learn cybersecurity. Secondly, it is to lessen the psychological stress of overseas students who have been scammed by building a community and a customer support function. Finally, by changing their language options, students might choose app languages. Overall, Fraud Free Shield is intended to assist UTS international students in minimizing the risk of telecom fraud and increasing their awareness of being in the trap of scams.
Next, the video shows Fraud Free Shield's solution to 3 common problems.
Fraud Free Shield has put up a quiz on the site that users must answer before they can move on to the next page. Through the test, on the one hand, users can learn typical scam patterns and warning signs to help them better understand potential threats. On the other hand, helps people remember and use what they've learned about scams. The test pages were designed in a cartoon format to enhance user-friendliness and to ensure that international students felt comfortable and respected while being educated and assessed. Aside from that, the app also lets kids take part in neighborhood activities. After falling for telecom scams, international students can share some of their experiences or find answers in a public forum without giving their names. These experiences can help other people deal with similar ones, and they can also help students share what they know about preventing scams. It is also important to note that psychological factors explain why overseas students at UTS are more likely to be victims of telecom fraud. In addition, many overseas students bring their mental problems, such as shame, anxiety, and fearfulness from the fraud they experienced. One of the highlights of this app's customer service is its anonymous communication feature, which enables customers and customer service representatives to communicate friendlier and more freely to express their emotions and psychological states. This feature significantly reduces the distance between the 2 parties and helps them feel closer to one another. Additionally, automated online customer service is frequently more familiar with the specifics of telecom fraud, has the expertise to deal with different scenarios, and can warn a user they are being scammed after feasible specific operations, or assist users in effectively identifying whether they are in a fraud trap, as well as allowing them to handle their problems more adaptable. The innovative features of customer service communication help users overcome the shame of telling their friends or family when they have experienced a scam, which gives the customer a relatively seamless experience and achieves the goal of preventing telecom fraud. It is well known that local banks or post offices in Australia handle genuine issues via mail or face-to-face interactions. For instance, if certain international students are uncertain about how they will receive notifications from the post office or the police, causing them to rely on the claims of deceitful organizations naively, the quiz can assist them in gaining a more comprehensive understanding of the situation. Additionally, it can offer a multi-language feature to ensure inclusivity and diversity for a larger population of non-native English-speaking international students. Welcome to our anti-fraud app, Fraud Free Shield.